वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपां बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, warm welcome everyone in the study of Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami. So we'll continue our study. Today we'll be seeing text 8. Yesterday, we can say we managed to do text 7. And again, as we were discussing now, we can never uh, study, say, Nectar of Instruction or study Krishna consciousness overall to our heart's content. No, we can never study to our heart's content, but it's fine, we continue. And also, this is not like a study in the sense like some academic study, or it's not like a study wherein we are wanting to maybe learn. Learning is a part of the, say, the process. Say, more we practice Krishna consciousness to relish Krishna consciousness, to really relish. And when we are relishing Krishna consciousness, na, see, with relish means what? Is it not in relish, there's appreciation included in relish. When we relish something or when we relish someone, we naturally appreciate from the heart that, wow, this is good, this I'm liking it, I'm loving it. And naturally, we kind of find a bit of our absorption. Although in societal dealings, we struggle to find something which is thoroughly relishing. Thoroughly relishing as in which has a long period of relish, continuously relishing, day in, day out. But such is Krishna consciousness. You know what Krishna consciousness does? It can stop time. It can stop time. Time stops. Now it can stop time or time stops doesn't mean in the literal sense, okay, well, the clock is still ticking. The clock is still ticking. Yeah, clock will be still ticking. But time stops as in stops time as in all our material calculation, all our self-centered calculations, all our petty material problems, they will they will still be there. They might still be there, but they will stop affecting us. We wouldn't get affected by them. We wouldn't get bothered by them. We wouldn't get disturbed by them. That is like time stop. Everything would still be running, but we won't be engaged in them. We won't be participating in the hocus pocus or in the this thing, in the chaos or confusion of this world. We won't be participating. Everything will be still running. That is time stop. Time stop doesn't mean that we stop existing or we stop living. Rather, we actually start living then. We actually start living as in we gain our spiritual identity, we gain a spiritual vision, we gain a spiritual understanding, focus, vision, purpose in life. And we follow that suit, we follow that dream, we follow that trail. And then matter means something to deplete, na? Matter means that which has something an end. Matter means which is something going to break in due course of time. And spirit is unlike like that. So Nectar of Instruction text 7 we saw yesterday, na? Shat Krishna Nam Charitadi Sitapa Vidya. There is a disease. One disease is material sense gratification. We all are bugged by it. But in society, if we go in NHS or in hospital, no one will say, okay, this is a disease as such. Or, but there is a disease actually, a ailment called as amnesia. I think it is called, right? Amnesia. What does amnesia mean? Isn't it amnesia the thing? Yes. Yes, where one forgets his identity, where one lives in forgetfulness. Na? So it is seen in Bollywood, Hollywood movies, maybe Hollywood also in Bollywood movies, some movies, Bollywood movies. What amnesia? One person forgets who he is, what is his name, identity, and all. Then who his parents are, mom and dad, his brother, sister, maybe husband, wife, or children. So one forgets. And what is the cure for amnesia? If at all there is a cure, I don't know medically what is the cure, say. But what Bollywood teaches us, the cure for amnesia is like take the person back to the places where he liked most, the places which he likes to travel most, which he liked to visit most, and all. Hmm? Make him listen to the songs he liked to listen, make him eat the food, say he liked to, so that this will again trigger in his memory, this will trigger in his conscious mind, subconscious mind, and bring something of his reality of his identity. The best medicine for amnesia is what? Chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Of course, this is the Mahamantra. We don't chant it for getting cure of amnesia or any medical ailment. It is a side effect of chanting Hare Krishna that we get free from material temptations or material desires. That's a side effect. That's not the real thing. That's not the real deal. Say, the real thing of chanting Hare Krishna is what? To invoke that love of Krishna, to attract that love of Krishna, to find within ourselves how much love we have in our heart. We don't know how much love we are carrying, to bring out that love. Hmm? So, like it shows, na amnesia, when one sees those things, it comes in his life. Yeah? In his lifetime as a child, he used to play something, dress something, shop something, some event, some history. Likewise, when we chant Hare Krishna, it is a revival of our original consciousness, our pure original consciousness. And that is what we want, to wake up from this slumber. And this is a science of self realization, a science of self experience. Is a science, a sign of, say, self realization of self or self experience. No? And when one is a bit self realized or having this experience, one doesn't need any external proof. In the sense we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, beautiful example what? When one is eating, when one is taking food, say, with each morsel of food, he or she himself is getting to know that how full are they, how full they are, or they don't need anyone else's proof that okay, have I taken much or have I taken less? No. Likewise, when we take into the practice of Krishna consciousness, when we chant, when we read, when we listen, when we hear, when we engage in Krishna consciousness, we ourselves will experience a joy, a peace, a sanity, a calmness, something like never experienced before. Again, it's undeniable we have not experienced some sense enjoyment or some peace or some happiness. We do have, we have experienced it. But the question is, we understand what makes us happy, but real thing is then what keeps us happy. Is it that which makes me happy? Does it keep me also happy? No? That okay, rest all whatever is happening in my life. If this thing really makes me so happy that I become immune from anything else. So we'll see text 8. Personally, again, text 4 I like, and text 8 is ultimate. I find it ultimate. Now, a question for all of us. Suppose someone is having a legal battle, a court case, and he has hired a lawyer for the court case. Now, it doesn't matter the person is right or wrong. huh? He has hired a lawyer for the court case, and the judge is there. Judge is there. The dates are due. When will the court case be? And everything is due. Now, say I am having to have a court case and I have hired a lawyer. For me to win this case, what is the most important thing? Like what what is required for me to win the case? Having a lawyer is important, right? Hmm. Some evidences to prove that I am honest. Okay. Having a good argument to defeat the argument of the other lawyer, the opponent said lawyer, huh? To defeat, counteract his argument and to defeat all his arguments. Having evidence is very good. Yes, Karthik.
Following holes in the law.
Following what is in the law.
Holes, like where it
Oh,
is
following.
incomplete and how it can be used to win the case.
Yeah, how can maybe if there is a loophole in the legal system, if something can be, our Karthik is no messing about. He goes, doesn't matter what evidence you have or what argument, can you find some loopholes in the legal system and bend the rules. Hare Krishna, Karthik. Very good. Very good, Karthik. What else? Perhaps I'm not expressing myself nice. See the what is it most important for me to win the case? Yes. Most important for me to win the case. The judge is there, he knows the laws in and out, and he knows also someone bending the rules or breaking the rules. The judge is there, and evidences and everything. And I suppose many judges they know that evidences are true or not. I think they can sense, and they know that the person whom I am putting behind the jail, say, is actually a good person, but what to do? I have to put him, or he's not a good person, but I have to free him. I feel judges may have this feeling sort of. But any other thought? What could be the most important element for me to win the case? Shall I say? See and let me know. And the most important thing is it having an open relationship with the lawyer? Open, clear, transparent, trusting relationship with the lawyer. Say, if I am at wrong, I should tell the lawyer, look, Mr. Lawyer, I am at wrong. I agree and I confess to you, I am at wrong. Could you kindly help me still win the case? Hmm. Although I don't know if people say that I won't commit this mistake again, but say I may say to the lawyer, Mr. Lawyer, I acknowledge, I realize. Hmm. I repent. I repent. Huh? I feel remorse. I know I'm guilty. Huh? And I would want to reform myself. But still, please could you help me win the case? That open and transparent relationship is of utmost importance. Not hiding anything from the lawyer. Being as honest, as truthful, as transparent. Not playing with any evidence. Yeah. Because if I play with any, if I hide or anything, if I don't tell, then the lawyer, this is the lawyer's job, right? He knows how to bend the rules or break the rules, play with the whatever. He knows this, all this. He knows evidence is what I have, what I don't have. What does the lawyer want? Can you be truthful to me? This is the lawyer asking, and you see, the meeting with the lawyer is in a closed room. I have. It's not in an open room. The judge is not there. The other party is not there. The other party's lawyer is also not there. Is it not? Just me and the lawyer. And the lawyer is saying, this all will be in confidence. Huh? I won't put your name anywhere out, anything, no. But all I want you is, apart from the fees, apart from the legal fees, all I want you from you is, can you be honest, open, with me? Can I trust you? Because imagine if I try to act any smart or oh lawyer, I missed that. I didn't think it was any important. If I try to lie to the lawyer and he goes in the court case in front of the judge, in front of the other parties, can the lawyer then help me win the case? Yeah, evidence could be something and all. No, very difficult, I suppose. Hmm? But if I'm honest and truthful to the lawyer, and it's an example, huh? Take it as an example. Someone may argue, well, thing is, if I'm honest and truthful with the lawyer, and imagine the lawyer is a good lawyer, he's good lawyer, he has the capacity and all. Now, if I'm truthful with the lawyer, he can present the case in a way that he can put it in my favor and get the result in my favor from the judge. He can counteract all the arguments of the opposite party. Huh? He can show what evidence, what not evidence, everything. And as Karthik said, the lawyer, I think, can find loopholes also. But that is, for me, is being as transparent as honest. Likewise, in Krishna consciousness, how do we demonstrate to Krishna that we are transparent? Krishna loves transparency. Na? Everyone in life loves transparency. Forget spirituality, forget Krishna consciousness. Would you want to be in friendship with someone who is a cheat? Would we ever want to be friends with someone who is a cheat? No. It's a irony. Another thing, I might cheat someone. I might be a cheater. I might cheat someone, but I would never want to be a friend with someone who is cheat, who can cheat me from behind or from front. No. So in relationships, it is very good. Some key things. Now, what communication? Very important in relationship. In loving relationship, how is the communication in loving relationship? Any thoughts? Open communication, okay. In loving relationship, communication is open, fair, transparent, and respectful. Hmm. And how does the communication flow in loving relationship? Open, respectful. In a loving relationship, communication is not through words, it is through eyes. It does not need saying. In pure love, it doesn't need to be said or expressed. And in love, respect is already there. In love, respect is included. And in Sanskrit, they say in Braj Bhasha or in Sadhu Samaj, in devotee community, they would say, Ahara Gati Premna. Ahara Gati. Ahara means zigzag. You know, the walking of snake, the crawling of snake. How does snake walk or crawl? Not straight. I don't think so straight. No. Huh? It's like zigzag, zigzag. Such is the actually love. In love, one walks zigzag. Ah, one walks zigzag. So, in order to be in that loving relationship, trust is respect is one thing, belief is one thing. That's fine. Important is trust. Hmm? Then that openness can come about. And now take this again, this example, not lawyer and this thing. Say, now if they have such a tuning, such a trust level and factor and bonding, and if they had their close meetings together, say, now they had their close meetings and everything. Now in the courtroom, they are in the courtroom, and judge is there, some questioning is going on and all. You see, with eye communication, they can possibly communicate with each other. He can tell to the lawyer through eye communication and communicate and all. So the most important thing is having that trust, that openness, that friendship, uh, that that genuineness, and that transparency. And that is what Krishna is looking for. Krishna is completely transparent. He's open. He's an open book. Is an open book. Now you see someone practicing Krishna consciousness, especially someone who has taken monkhood. Uh, or in general anyone practicing Krishna consciousness, you know, we are more, what is it we are most scared of? And in general in life, leave again Krishna consciousness for a moment, say. In general in life, student, whatever, the most thing, could it be scary for someone? What if someone taps into my mobile phone? What if someone reads my messages? Many may fear, no? We see now, oh, mostly nowadays in legal cases, na, WhatsApp messages or text messages, like politicians, COVID time, these messages were shared and all, or some police person, these messages of abuse. So for a monk, especially who is aspiring monk or a monk or any Krishna conscious devotee in practitioner, can my phone be like an open book? Whosoever can come and actually, yes, fine, read my emails, read my messages. Can someone go now? A mother or a father can they access their sons, their child, or say their boy or girl's laptop, and go into what's that, history or something, na? Or see, okay, what is my son or daughter doing on internet? Can this thing, if there's, then there's no threat or something, that sort of transparency, openness. A sadhu, a devotee, a saintly person's life, it should be like an open book, no? Transparent, open. If one is transparent, open, and all, then he can be very honest with the society, very truthful, need not be blunt, or it may appear to be blunt. Why? Because we are a bit weak in our faith, in our spiritual practice. But the sadhu, he may speak a bit strong, but he will never speak harsh. Sadhu meaning monk, a saint, a devotee, a practitioner. No? A devotee, he should speak also strong, but not harsh, na? Not rude, uh, not offending, not hurting. No. So this is the thing, the most important thing I feel. Uh, for me to win the case is to have that relationship with the lawyer. Let us see text 8, we'll see how it progresses. Again, fascinating. Let us see if we can bring our heart out into it, and let's see furthermore. तन्नाम रूप चरितादिसि तन्नाम रूप चरितादिसु कीर्तनानु स्मृत्यो क्रमेण रसना मनसि नियोज्य तिष्ठन् व्रजे तदनुरागी जनानुगामी कालं नयेत अखिलं नित्युपदेशसारम्. So maybe Natalie, would you still be okay to?
No. Okay. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time. Maybe you can mute yourself. Okay. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Raya and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service.
You have a rule that you got for first time.
Since the mind may be one's enemy or one's friend, one has to train the mind to become his friend. The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for training the mind to be always engaged in Krishna's business. The mind contains hundreds and thousands of impressions not only of this life, but also of many, many lives of the past. These impressions sometimes come in contact with one another and produce contradictory pictures. In this way, the mind's function can be dangerous for a conditioned soul. Students of psychology are aware of the mind's various psychological changes. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said,
यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजन्ति यन्ते कलेवरं तं तमेवति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावित.
whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail.
Maybe Anuja, read if you can.
Whatever state of being one remembers, when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. At the time of death, the mind and intelligence of a living entity create the subtle form of a certain type of body for the next life. If the mind suddenly thinks of something not very congenial, one has to take a corresponding birth in the next life. On the other hand, if one can think of Krishna at the time of death, he can be transferred to the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. This process of transmigration is very subtle. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami advises devotees to train their minds in order that they will be unable to remember anything other than Krishna. Similarly, the tongue should be trained to speak only of Krishna and to taste only Krishna Prasada. Srila Rupa Goswami further advises Tishtan Braje, one should live in Vrindavana or any part of Vrajabhumi. Vrajabhumi or the land of Vrindavan is supposed to be 84 kroshas in area. 1 krosha equals 2 square miles. When one makes Vrindavan his residence, he should take shelter of an advanced devotee there. In this way, one should always think of Krishna and his pastimes. This is further elucidated by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.2.294. Krishnam smaranam smaran janam chasya preshtam nija samihitam tat kathar ratas chasav kuryad vasham vraje sada. A devotee should always reside in the transcendental realm of Vraja and always engage in Krishna Smaran Janam Chasya Krishna, the remembrance of Sri Krishna and his beloved associates. By following in the footsteps of such associates and by entering under their eternal guidance, one can acquire an intense desire to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Dipti, read.
So, from where, Prabhuji? Again, Srila Rupa Goswami from there?
हाँ वहाँ से.
Okay. Again, Srila Rupa Goswami states in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Seva Sadhaka
सेवा
Rupena,
साधक रूपेण सिद्ध रूपेण छात्र ही तद्भाव लिप्सुना कार्य व्रज लोकानुसारत.
in the transcendental realm of Vrajdham, one should serve the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, with the feeling similar to that of his associates, and one should place himself under the direct guidance of a particular associate of Krishna.
and should follow his footsteps. This method is applicable both in the stage of sadhana, spiritual practice executed while in the stage of bondage, and in the stage of sadhya, God realization, when one is Siddha Purusha or a spiritually perfect soul. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has commented as follows upon this verse. One who has not yet developed interest in Krishna consciousness should give up all material motives and train his mind by following the progressive regulative principles, namely chanting and remembering Krishna and his name, form, quality, pastime, and so forth. In this way, after developing a taste for such things, one should try to live in Vrindavan and pass his time constantly remembering Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, and qualities under the direction and protection of an expert devotee. This is the sum and substance of all instruction regarding the cultivation of devotional service.
Karthik, read.
In, in the neophyte stage, one should always engage in hearing Krishna Katha. This is called Shravana Dasa, the stage of hearing. By constantly hearing the transcendental holy name of Krishna and hearing his transcendental form, qualities, and pastimes, one can attain the stage of acceptance called Varnadasa. When one attains this stage, he becomes attached to hearing of Krishna Katha. When one is able to chant in ecstasy, he attains the stage of Samravanastha, the stage of remembering, recollection, absorption, meditation, constant remembrance, and trace are the 5 items of progressive Krishna Smarana. At first, the remembrance of Krishna may be interpreted by at intervals, but later remembrance proceeds uninterrupted. When the remembrance is uninterrupted, it becomes concentrated and is called meditation. When meditation expands and becomes constant, it is called anusmriti. By uninterrupted and unceasing anusmriti, one enters the stage of samadhi or the spiritual trance. After the dasa or samadhi has fully developed, the soul comes to understand his original constitution position. At the time, he can perfectly and clearly understand his eternal relationship with Krishna. This is called Sampati Das, the perfection of life. Chaitanya Charitamrita advises those who are neophytes to give up all kind of motivated desires and uh, simply engage in the regulative devotional service of the Lord according to the direction of the scriptures. In this way, a neophyte can gradually, I'm sorry, I kind of lost. Yeah, sorry. In this way, a neophyte can gradually develop attachment for Krishna's name, fame, form, qualities, and so forth. When one has developed such attachments, he can spontaneously serve the lotus feet of Krishna even without following the regulative principles. This stage is called Rag Bhakti or devotional service in spontaneous love. At this stage, the devotee can follow in footsteps of one of the eternal associates of Krishna in Vrindavan. This is called Raguna Bhakti. Raguna Bhakti or spontaneous devotional service can be expected in a Santaras when one aspires to be like Krishna's cows or the stick or flute in the hand of Krishna or the flowers around Krishna's neck. In the Dasya Ras, one follows in the footsteps of servants like Chitraka, Patraka, or Rataka. In a friendly Sakhya Ras, one can become a friend like Baldev, Jidama, or Sudama. In the Vatsalya Ras, one can characterize parental affection, one can become like Nanda Maharaj or Yashoda Maya. And in Madhurya Ras, characterized by conjugal love, one can become like Srimati Radharani or her lady friends such as Lalita and her serving maids Manjaris like Rupa and Rati. This is essence of all instruction in the matter of devotional service. Hare
Haribol.
Krishna.
Okay. Would Molly be okay to read translation?
Prabhuji, is it okay if I don't read today?
So second, is it okay?
Is it okay?
Okay. Harsha, you read
Yeah,
translation.
yeah, Prabhuji, I'm mostly only. I was asking, is it okay if I don't read today?
Yeah, that's fine, Molly. Harsha can read.
Thank you.
The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraj, Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service.
Haribol. Uh, so, in life, look, we all are actually looking for essence only. Uh, what is the essence? What is the essence meaning sar? In Sanskrit, in Hindi, essence is sar. What is the essence? What is the real thing? What is the main thing? What is the crux? Until and unless that essence, the real thing, the main thing, the crux has not come to our surface, the central point, we cannot keep ourselves motivated. We cannot keep ourselves motivated nicely. Uh, and here, Rupa Goswami is telling us what is the essence, what is the sarna. Look, text 1 to 7 we read. And different instructions, like from text 1 onwards, that one should be able to tolerate the urges, the demands, the urges of the speech, of mind, anger, senses, belly, genitals, and all. One should be able to control that demands. And then second, third text, six items which are favorable to advance in life, six items which push us behind. So that which pushes behind is what? Overeating, over endeavoring, oversleeping. And then this worldly association, just following rules and regulations for the sake of following it, not understanding. All this they push us behind. And six things that keep us advancing in bhakti, we see now, is what? Enthusiasm, uh, this confidence, patience, then understanding the spirit of the law, following the rules and regulations, and furthermore. And so these advices, instructions have been given, and here Rupa Goswami is telling us the essence of all advice. Look, if the essence is given, the sar is given, everything in life revolves around the essence, na? Essence. The essence can never, should never be missed out. But we being humans, we love to maybe beat about the bush. Uh, we struggle to find the essence, the core of it, or what is the central or the core. And in Krishna consciousness, the sooner we find the core, the central, and all, we will be enamored by the beauty or by the charm of Krishna consciousness, and furthermore, altogether. So, again, maybe Harsha can share the translation again. And Rajshri, you read the translation again. We read it once more. And all of you, let me know what is the most important thing that stands out in the translation. What do you think? Huh? Nectar of Instruction, text 8.
Hare Krishna, all. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine names, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraja, Goloka Vrindavana Dhama, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees, who are deeply attached to his devotional service.
Beautiful. Any thoughts? What do you think would be the most important thing in the translation? Say the most
In this way,
important, the most practical also.
one should reside in Vraja. That line.
Hmm?
The line which
Uh,
said in this way, one
Pip
should reside in
says, could
Vraja.
it be gradually? I don't know why he's saying, but Pip says, could it be gradually? Actually, I'm afraid no, Pip. I'm afraid I must say. I'm
I
afraid.
think staying in association of devotees, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Honestly, I'm afraid I wasn't. I don't think so. It's gradually. Good try. Anyone else? What do you think? The essence of all essence, say, na? Gradually is
Hare
not
Krishna.
the essence of all essence. Within this essence, there is another, say, essence. And that is the charm of life. Again, when we say life, us practicing Krishna consciousness and life means Krishna consciousness, only Krishna conscious life. And someone who has not yet found his resolve, his feet, say, or faith in Krishna consciousness, okay, but this is the essence of life in general. And our Kartike has got something to offer.
Mm. Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Oh, Kartike, say again, huh?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Karthike.
Kartike.
Yeah. I was saying at that time, Prabhuji, when you asked if what is the like the essence you think in the translation. So according to me, it was that line which said in this way, one should reside in Vraja.
Okay, so you say, is this that one should reside in Vraj, huh? In Vrindavan. That's the most
Yes,
important.
yes.
Anyone else? Any other thoughts? तन्नाम रूप चरितादि सुकीर्तनानु स्मृत्यो क्रमेण रसना मनसि नियोज्य तिष्ठन् व्रजे तदनुरागे जनानुगामी कालम नयेत iti उपदेशसारम. Yeah, Deepti says always remembering Krishna. Nice. Yes, Rajshri.
I think similar to Deepti Prabhuji, 24 hours we engage in devotional service and under the instruction of devotees.
Rajshri, can you repeat again, please?
Hare Krishna. Am I audible now, Prabhuji?
Yes, Rajshri.
I think similar to Deepti Mataji, 24 hours we engage in devotional service under the association of devotees.
Nice, nice. All good. Yeah, gradually and everything, all good. See, we before coming in this loka, we asked this thing. A question we try to understand what. Suppose I am having a legal battle, I'm having a legal court case, legal battle. What is it most important for me to win the case? It's a bit of a separate matter whether I'm actually truthful, I'm I'm the clean person or unclean person. And that's maybe a bit of a secondary. But for me to win the case, doesn't matter if I'm a clean person or unclean person. What is the most important thing for me to win the case? The most important thing for me, I consider, you can all share thoughts or correct. So the most important thing is for me to be in a honest, open, trustworthy relationship, transparent relationship with my lawyer. Mm. If I am honest, transparent, trustworthy relationship with the lawyer, then the lawyer, he knows the law. Who is a lawyer? Lawyer is someone who is fighting the case for me, right? Lawyer is someone who fights the case for me. Likewise, if I'm honest, open, transparent, w- with Krishna, how can we demonstrate that I am honest, open, transparent with Krishna? Via his devotee. Huh? Via his devotee. If I'm honest, open, transparent in a fair, trustworthy relationship with his devotee, then who is it who is fighting the case for me to attain the love of Krishna? Who is it? Spiritual master. Huh? It's the Gurudev who is the customized manifestation of Krishna for a sadhaka. Hmm? So when we are in that loving relationship, na, ah, then that yes, that case is already won. Then, ah, again, this lawyer, he's fighting the case for me. Evidence could say something, arguments, counter arguments, and all, and judge may know that I am clean or unclean, but the lawyer can fight the case for me. Huh? A bit of an example to help me to understand myself, to educate, say myself. Now, see, all I need to do is what? To approach a devotee of Krishna and tell him what? Not how qualified I am, not how pure I am, but how impure I am. Genuinely, and not in any pride sense. To genuinely feel that remorse, to genuinely feel that separation from Krishna. Huh? Genuinely hankering or wanting to meet Krishna. How will that hankering come about? Leave fulfillment of that hankering. So the thing, the essence of all essence, again for me, what I see is what? Tishtan Vraje Tad Anuragi. So Kartik says, na, living in Vraj. Okay, that's fine, that's good. Tad Anuragi Jananugami. In this na Anuragi, those who are attached to Krishna. Huh? Anuragi means those who have found their rag, their attachment, their absorption, their love, their longing with Krishna. And if I follow that person, if I follow the league of that devotee, then that attachment will rub on me. Sure. Huh? Bhagavad Bhakti Bhakta Sangena Sanjayate. When I follow a Bhagavad Bhakt, then the bhakti in him is bound to rub on me. And this is not like just in Krishna consciousness. We see this worldwide, right? You go into football coaching, you train under someone, right? And then when you train under, you learn the tips, tricks, and everything, how the club operates, seeing managers and all, and jobs in workplaces throughout. हाँ, अभी जस्ट सेइंग दिस इन हिंदी अ बिट। कोई बहू आती है घर पे, है ना? तो क्या सास उसको अपने लपेटे में या वो देती है ना कि भई ओके, आओ रसोई के मैं सिखाती हूँ कहाँ पे क्या है। सो मीनिंग everyone, we all are training, taking trainings. We all are. And that is what Rupa Goswami is saying, that okay, what? Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. Yes, we want this. What? Tannam Rup Charitadi. Na? Tan is Krishna's name, Roop, form, Charitadi, his pastimes, qualities, his personality, and everything. Sukirtananu. Very much we want to glorify. We want to day in, day out speak and listen. Huh? Sukirtana Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyoje. Smrityo remembrance. Kramena gradually. Rasana with love. Huh? Rasana through again our tongue, through rasana manasi niyoje, by engaging our mind, senses, all the faculties in that. How? Tishtan braje tad anuragi jananugami. Yeah, that okay, going to Braj, Vrindavan. Now, practically, perhaps may not be possible for all of us na, to go and spend in Vrindavan. And also, if we go in Vrindavan, we don't have that vision yet, perhaps, that we can spot, say, the thing in Vrindavan. If I may say, we go in Vrindavan, we'll find hidden Vrindavan only, covered, cooked Vrindavan. Hidden. Who is that personality who can uncover it to us? That Rupa Goswami is saying. Tistan Brajen. So not just go in Vrindavan and reside in Vrindavan. What? Tistan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami. This is the most important key. The essence of the essence. Tadanuragi. Tad again meaning who have they found their attachment, their absorption, that obsession, their love in Krishna, wholesomeness. In their body, mind, words, soul, speech, in wholesomeness. Hmm? For we go to Vrindavan and we find that personality and we become attached to him. Following is what becoming attached now also, na? They say what? Sadhu Sangha. Sangha. Sangha means what? One meaning of Sangha is, or the real or deep meaning of Sangha is what? Attachment. Without being attached, can we be in the company of someone? How long can we be in the company of someone? And it can be suffocating, na? Being in a company of someone and not attached. Then there is no real strong bond there. Uh, so this Tadanuragi Jananugami, Anugami, and this is Mahaprabhu's teachings, na? Dasanudas. That is Mahaprabhu's teachings, becoming a devotee of the devotee of the devotee of Lord Shri Krishna. Such a joy in that. So now take this, na, see, in one shot, if we find someone who is attached to Krishna, huh, and we have faith, we have sincerity, we have some inquisitiveness, some desire, huh, and we hook into that personality, we hook into that personality, then what will happen? That personality is obsessed with Krishna. Day in, day out, he's thinking, speaking. There used to come a television advertisement in India, maybe outside of India also could be the advertisement there. What? Eat, drink, sleep. What did you used to say? Karthik, you might know. Eat, drink, sleep, Coca-Cola. So, and that is a sadhu who is eat, drink, sleep, Krishna Katha, not Coca-Cola. Sadhu or devotee, eat, drink, sleep, Krishna Katha. So wherever like everything looks yellow to a jaundiced eye, na? Everything looks yellow to a jaundiced eye. And everything looks Krishna made to a devotee. The world looks Krishna conscious, complete Krishna conscious. A devotee is one who has no hatred in his heart. That is the beginning. In his heart, he carries no hatred, grudge, or animosity towards anyone. He has respect naturally for everyone, every living entity, plants, animals as well. Why not? From nature, everything. Then he is no in argument, no conflict. Great life, no conflict, no argument, mm, and complete attachment towards Krishna, complete obsession. So when we are in the vicinity of such a personality who has complete obsession, attachment towards Krishna, wouldn't we feel that attachment rub on us also? It will singing, chanting, and all his all vision wherever he's. And when we are following the trail of such a, what we will do is we will also read. We will and throughout. nayet akhilam iti updesasaram. Come divine association, then bhakti becomes blissful. Bhakti becomes a loving, natural, loving process, a loving thing. It doesn't become like a drag or a push. Oh, I have to chant now for 1 hour or 2 hours, these many rounds left. Oh, I have to read now. I should be reading 20 minutes. Na, I attended that seminar. I attended that course, and I was told that this is how I should read 15 minutes. I should do all this and all. This we have to get rid of this thought in our consciousness. What I should do bhakti. Wherever it means should do, it's like a imposition in the mind. Na? Okay, this is the right thing. This is my duty. I should do it. I should do it. Imagine, mother, I should love you. No, mother, I've been told in school that I should love you, mother. Hmm. So, no, father, I've been told in school I should not misbehave. Huh? I should. Wherever is this thing, I should means it's very much duty bound. Okay, means the very fact I should means what? What does it mean? Does it not convey this message that already I'm not there yet? Ah, that I must acknowledge I'm not there yet. So you be there, you better be there. Ah, you do it. That's the duty, that's the right thing to do and all. So, but in bhakti, there are three stages in bhakti, na? Sadhana bhakti, Ragmay Bhakti, Ragatmika Bhakti, and Bhav or Prema Bhakti. Now, these are all Bhakti only, but different stages. Now, Sadhana Bhakti is Bhakti, Vedi Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti, all rules and regulations. So, where there is rules and regulations, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. Like yeah, you should do it like this, you shouldn't do it like that and all, so much, so many things and all. And it is required because we are very uncultured in bhakti na. We are very mm, perhaps uncivilized or raw, that sort of thing. So when if we are so raw, what do we need? We need to be trained na. We need that guidance, we need that nurturing, that discipline. We are so deep rootedly materially conditioned. So how will that conditioning go? Again, a saying in Sanskrit, in Hindi, in spiritual community, in devotee community, what? Karat karat abhyas te jadmati hot sujan. Hmm? Jadmati. Jad is dead matter. Mati is intelligence, consciousness. करत करत अभ्यास ते जड़मति होत सुजान रसरी आवत जात ते सिल पर पड़त निशान. Meaning is like practice makes a man perfect. Na? By karat karat abhyas te jarmati. So by regular practice and all. So that is sadhana bhakti, Vedi bhakti. Practice, keep on. Sadhana bhakti, Vedi bhakti is what like? Lage raho munna bhai. Keep on doing day in, day out discipline. But you know what should be the realization from sadhana bhakti? This shloka na, Rupa Goswami, what he's telling us, giving us, he's not wanting us to be hooked up just in sadhana bhakti. He's not wanting us to be hooked up just in Vedi bhakti. Uh, we want to chant, but not mechanically. We don't want to chant mechanically. Chanting is joy. Chanting is done with heart, na. So we want to do that with heart. And when we find our heart-to-heart connection with someone's heart, whose heart is sold out to Krishna, then only we will be able to chant with heart. That is Rupa Goswami telling us. We say what? In human life is meant to spiritually advance, to inquire and all, to be more inquisitive and all further on. Human life is meant to inquire into the existence of God, to inquire into the higher reality, absolute truth. But a devotee life is meant for what? So this is a question. What do you say? What is a devotee life meant for? Human life is meant for searching after God, searching for God, say. And devotee life is meant for a sadhaka's, a devotee life is meant to search for a pure devotee of Krishna. Hmm? Pure devotee of Krishna. When we come across a pure devotee of Krishna, when we acknowledge someone as transcendental, someone as blessed, someone as realized. See, one shloka, if someone wants to understand Krishna consciousness, Rupa Goswami's teachings only. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati क्रियतामपि कुतोऽपि न लभ्यते तत्र लौल्यमपि मूल्यम एकलम जन्मकोटि सुकृतिर्न लभ्यते. The only way to possess love is by being greedy for it. That's the only way. In societal sense also we see some glimpse of it. Job interviews, I like job interview, I find it a very funny setting. In job interviews, if we see both parties on the other side of the table, generally they lie. Huh? Both parties. The candidate, the applicant, he tries to express what? I love your company. I want to work in this company. I can make your company grow. I've seen your company. I like your ethos. I like your values. I like your bloody bloody blah. Huh? And the person who is taking the interview, he's also okay. Our company is this, that, and all. What can you give? We can give this. Some negotiation, and there's some genuineness also. But it's to say, suppose the candidate in the interview, na, if he's very casual, yeah, fine. If you give me the job, I'm happy. If you don't give me the job, okay, no problem. Will the interviewer be interested in such a candidate? Hmm? Some sort of greed has to be demonstrated. Na? In societal sense, na, greed has to be demonstrated. Mother doesn't give the child the chocolate or something, na, unless the child really cries out, expresses the greed for it. Likewise, na, the only way to purchase bhakti, the only way to purchase love, even in societal sense, in order to win someone's love, generally speaking, say boy-girl relationship, na, it's like how much I value you, you are so dear to me, and blah 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 blah. Huh? And likewise in Krishna consciousness, we should be demonstrating, and this has to come naturally. See, again, okay, how many of us want to have a natural experience of Krishna consciousness, natural taste of Krishna consciousness, natural understanding, natural flow, natural realization of Krishna consciousness? Us practicing Krishna consciousness, shouldn't we want it to be a natural proclivity for us? How will it come natural to us? For a pure devotee of Krishna, love is natural. He has developed this greed. He has developed this hankering. Two things are great in life, tremendously great. What? Hankering and lamentation. Tremendously. Hankering should be for Krishna. Lamentation should be what? I don't have Krishna. That should be the lamentation. That I have not yet become a pure devotee. We all should note it down. This should be my only lamentation in life. Since eternity, I have not been able to make myself transparent in front of Krishna. Honest, pure. I have not been able to make myself transparent to a pure devotee of Krishna. Again, see that example, na? My meeting with the lawyer, it will be in a closed room, right? The meeting with the lawyer won't be in an open room, it won't be in the court itself. The lawyer will meet me in a closed room. And what is the harm for me to open my heart to the lawyer and say, yes, I am wrong, or say I am right, whatever, explain the reality of the situation. The only thing is, I need not get any conscious. uh, that, oh, is he judging me? The lawyer, would he judge me? And even if, say, for the matter, the lawyer judges me, Is it not for my benefit that yes, still I bring the truth to him? Huh? Because I want to win the case. So if we want to win our case against Krishna, although there is no case as such against Krishna, but see, if we want to win our case against Krishna, who can help us win the case? For in legal sense, who helps me win the case? The lawyer, na? Can be said, na? Again, don't go a bit pinicky in this example. Some people like going pinicky in the example, like Balgi Khalutarna, na? Uh, but the lawyer is going to help me win the case. Likewise, who is going to help me attain Krishna? The blessing of a pure devotee. One who has attained Krishna, only he can help me attain Krishna. Eh? So, Tishtan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami. If we are attached to a devotee who is attached to Krishna, then via that attachment we will chant. Then we will naturally remember Krishna. Hmm? Because a pure devotee never forgets Krishna. So we will also naturally remember Krishna. Then we will chant naturally, not mechanically. Then we will chant out of love altogether. Hmm? Then we will read. Then reading won't be like an academic or something. Okay, we won't be then watching the time. Okay, how much time? Okay, let me make this schedule, this discipline, and all. How long can we do Vedi Bhakti? How long can we follow actually rules, regulations, and this and that? And how much? No, how long? And mm, see, we cannot live without Vedi Bhakti also. Uh, but we cannot attain Krishna also without Vedi Bhakti. That is our situation. So stuck uh, in between. We cannot uh, grow much. We cannot relish naturally Krishna consciousness with just Vedi Bhakti, meaning with just rules and regulations. And we cannot attain also Krishna without this. If we do howsoever, Krishna is beyond rules and regulations. So for us also, Krishna is beyond rules and regulations. Na? Love is as such beyond rules and regulations. So in order to attain that, we also need to come to a consciousness level wherein we are beyond rules and regulations, yet inadvertently we are following rules and regulations. Hmm? And how would that come about? The striking thing is following the lead of a pure devotee of Krishna. Similar question or another question. We all want na, that our practice in Krishna consciousness becomes a natural practice. Anything which comes naturally is good, na? Now, what does come naturally to us? Anger. Naturally, I get angry. A slight provocation and I get agitated. A slight provocation, I naturally get lamenting or hankering. Hankering for what? Material desires. Lamenting for what? I lost matter. Uh, that is the thing we hanker or lament for. Naturally, this comes about to us, na? Demands of the mind, senses, whatnot, lust, greed, and all. Now, what is the replacement for it? We want to relish Krishna conscious naturally. And that can only happen when we follow the lead of a pure devotee of Krishna. So, in a way, similar question. See, what is the way that Krishna will follow us? You see, this can this can turn the table upside down, right? It may sound very funny, na? Oh wow, Krishna follow me. Yeah. There is a book Prabhupada wrote, na, small book, On the Way to Krishna. Hmm? On the Way to Krishna. What is the way that Krishna will be on the way to us? Hmm? Say Krishna is on the way to Nikhil, Krishna is on the way to Harshan, Rajshri or Gabor, Hamira. Uh, Krishna is also on the way to Pip. What should we do? What is the way that Krishna comes on the way to? Any thoughts? Won't it be so safe, na, if Krishna is on the way to us? Oh, such a freedom then. Party then. Won't it be so that Krishna follows us? We are trying to follow Krishna, na? And how can we make Krishna follow us? So this Harsha will let us know. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Harsha will share screen now. Shrimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 12, text 7 to 11. And especially we will see text 11 only. And yeah, mm, Dipti is saying fine, yes, by if we follow his pure devotee. Rajshri is saying fine, yes, by serving his pure devotee. Huh? And this
I love
Krishna himself or Sukdev Goswami saying in Bhagavatam, this beautiful 10, 12, 7 to 11, Sukdev Goswami says, Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutyam dasyam gatanam paradevatena मायाश्रितानां नरदारकेन साकं विजरूकृतपुण्यपुञ्ज. Uh, Sukdev Goswami says, Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya. That how this satam is like devotees or holy saintly person transcendentalists who are after brahma sukh. Brahma sukhanubhutya meaning in general sense who are after spiritual happiness, some spiritual peace, spiritual happiness. Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradevatena. So, and some are after spiritual happiness, some are after serving. Oh God, we should love and serve God. Dasyam Gatanam Paradevtena. So Paradevtana, Krishna is transcendental personality. So loving and serving Krishna. So three, four categories. One is what? Who are after spiritual happiness. Some spiritual happiness. Okay, Harsha, it is if you want to share, can share. It is 10, 12, 7 to 11. Bhagavatam 10th canto, 12th chapter, text 7 to 11. So three, four categories, na Brahma Sukhanubhutya, one who are after spiritual happiness. Then what? Dasyam Gatanam. So one who are wanting to serve Krishna. Yeah, God, you are great. You are provider. You help so much. I should love you. I should serve you. It is my duty, and all. So that Dasyam Gatanam Paradevatena. Maya Shritanam Naradarakena. So Maya Shritanam, those who are under the influence of Maya. hmm, uh, those who are uh, in the clutches under the influence of Maya, who have taken the shelter of Maya, Naradarakena, for who take Krishna like a normal, ordinary personality. Them. Uh, but Sukdev Goswami is saying what? Sakam Vrijaru Krita Punya Punje. So, what is it that the whole world is attached to Krishna? And Krishna is attached to whom? Krishna is attached to whom? So, okay, now you have shared the screen. Go in translation and just the last sentence in translation. Maybe Harsha, you only read just the last sentence in translation. Last sentence or second last sentence से पढ़ो हाँ. In this way, read it from in this way. Huh? Harsha, would you be okay to read in this way? Okay, Rajshri, you read from in this way. Huh?
In the translation, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, read
In this
Rajshri.
way, in this way, all the cowherd boys used to play with Krishna, who is the source of the Brahman effulgence for jnanis, desiring to merge into that effulgence, who is the supreme personality of Godhead for devotees who have accepted eternal servitorship, and who for ordinary persons is but another ordinary child. The cowherd boys, having accumulated the results of pious activities for many births, many lives, were able to associate in this way with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can one explain their great fortune?
See, okay, thank you. हाँ हर्षा ट्रांसलेशन रखना एक बार देखो क्या सुंदर सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी सेइंग हियर कि this see chapter 13 and 14 in Bhagavatam, I love them. Chapter 13 and 14 amazing and beautiful. This chapter 12 which sets up so nicely chapter 13 and 14. Hmm. So in this, Sukdev Goswami is saying what in this way, like this all the cowherd boys used to play with Krishna. Krishna used to wake up early in the morning and go to those cowherd boys. Come, come, we go and play. Come, Krishna calling them and all everything. Hmm. So uh, he used to wake up and all and ask or encourage, like play his flute and call all the cowherd boys his friends to play. And who is this Krishna? Who is the source of Brahman effulgence? Who is the source of all spiritual practice say for jnanis, who want to merge in the effulgence of Krishna say. Then for devotees, who is the source of eternal servitorship, to serve Krishna. And for ordinary people, Krishna was, he was a person, a boy, and all. But, but Sukdev Goswami, he is perplexed. Krishna, multiple roles and all, how they everyone sees him. But look, where is Krishna's interest? So Harsha, ab next shloka mein aao, and Deepti, you read the translation of next shloka. Uh, Yad Pam next, yeah, beautiful. Yadpadapamsur bahujanma krichito dhritatma bhiryogi bhirapi alabhya sa eva yadrig vishaya swayam stita kim varnyate dishtamato brajokasam. Read Dipti translation.
Hare Krishna. Yog-
Nikhil, you
Yogis
can
may
turn the volume.
undergo severe austerities and penances for many births by practicing yama, niyam, asana, and pranayam, none of which are easily performed. Yet, in due course of time, when these yogis attain the perfection of controlling the mind, they will still be unable to taste even a particle of dust from the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What what then can we describe about the great fortune of the inhabitants of Vrajabhumi, Vrindavan, uh, with whom the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally lived and who saw the Lord face to face? Hare Krishna.
Hmm. Sukdev Goswami, he's perplexed, he's confused. There is nothing to pinpoint that what is it that uh, uh, Saiva Yadrik Vishaya Swayam Stita. Uh, um, Krishna Vishaya Swayam Stita, na? He's the Vishaya, the object of everyone's attention. He's the object of everyone's attention. And who has become the object of Krishna's attention? The Brajvasis. Krishna is the object of everyone's attention, be a atheist or a theist. But who is the object of Krishna's attention? This is this Brajvasis. And what is it that makes Krishna attached to the Brajvasis? It is their unconditional love, unconditional uh, attachment towards Krishna. Attachment is a beautiful emotion. Beautiful. You know, even though we live in so much of illusion and things, one blessing we have, one great blessing we have is what? Thankfully, we are not attached to anything as such. We are not deep rootedly attached to jobs. We are not attached to. There is an element of attachment, but we are not completely sold out. We are practicing Krishna consciousness. Na? How can we say we are completely sold out? So we still have that opportunity to attach ourselves to Krishna. So again, the question remains, or maybe this question, na, that we all want to follow Krishna, right? On the way to Krishna, or we want to follow Krishna. What is the way Krishna follows us? Wouldn't it be dramatically so like amazing? Krishna following whom? Pip. Hmm? Krishna following Pip. Krishna following Nikhil, Krishna following Gabor, Krishna following Amira, Krishna following Natalie. What does Gabor need to do that Krishna follows him? Hmm? What does Deepti, what do we need to do that Krishna follows him? Then we are secured, na? That's safe. When we follow the pure devotee of Krishna, then Krishna will follow us. When we follow a pure devotee of Krishna, that is the way out. See, now in societal sense also, does not things work like this? When we follow the lead in studies, school, college, uni, sports, or something, when we follow a process, and in society we have to demonstrate, we have to show in real sense or fake sense that yes, I am with you. Yes, I'm with this job. I'm in this training camp and all these things. We have to prove. mm, in heart we may not be there, but on face we need to show, na? But with Krishna we can be there at heart. And one beautiful thing of say attachment is what? Attachment can never be simultaneously on two opposing objects. We can never be simultaneously attached to two opposing objects. Like one cannot be say, oh, I oh, so attached to laziness and also active. No, no, one cannot be. So one cannot be simultaneously attached to what? Being un-Krishna consciousness and Krishna conscious. It wouldn't work. So we have that potential to attach ourselves to Krishna. See this in a different. Our Acharya's writings is amazing. In Prem Bhakti Chandrika or other places we see this beautiful say example. Anyone seen we shared before? I like this. Anyone see lotus flower, or where does lotus grow? It grows on mud. Huh? It grows on mud. That is the environment. And lotus very soft petals and all. Now for the lotus to grow, what is required? Or say in general for a flower to grow, what is required? What are the things required for a flower to grow? This isn't any cryptic question, I feel. What things required for a flower to grow is what? Water, na? Water, then air,
Sunlight.
proper environment, moisture, environment, and what? Sunlight. Now, water and this thing. Now, see water in the roots. No, no. Now, see the flower. If the roots are not connected to the proper environment, the roots are not connected in the proper environment, as in water in there, what will happen? The sun rays, the sun heat will burn the plant, will it not? The plant, the flower will be burnt. And when that flower, the lotus, is properly rooted, grounded uh, in water in its environment, then the very same sun will nourish. The flower will grow, the flower will blossom. Likewise, how our bhakti, our love for Krishna, we don't know how much love we carry in our heart. We should check it out, na? So, how that love for Krishna we carry in our heart, how will it blossom? When we are rooted in a pure devotee of Krishna. That is Tishtan Brajet Tadanuragi jananugami. How does one become a leader? A question. Someone could be aspiring to become a, say, a political leader or a administrative leader, maybe international relations leader. We have these things, na? International relations, human rights or animal rights leader. How does one become a leader? By attending some seminars, some calls, some presentations, going through some trainings and some giving some talks or presentations. How does one become a leader? What is the way to become a leader? The best secured, simplest, surest secured way could it be by following a leader? By following the lead of a leader, then those leadership qualities will come about. Definitely come about. So we want to chant, we want to read, we want to listen and everything. And this is where our conditioning or our problem is. See, we want to chant, we want to listen, read everything, but we may struggle to follow the lead of a devotee. We love independence, na? We love it. So I may want to chant, read and all and everything, but I do it my way. Huh? I do it my way. So Krishna says, okay, so wait, you do it your way. Hmm? But when we follow the lead of a devotee and we cross check na, what scriptures say, hmm, what Krishna says, what sadhu says, what saintly person say, and when we follow the lead of a devotee, this is how one becomes a devotee. By following the throughout we see in Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, wherever this is the message in Bhagavad Gita. You know, again on this, Tishtan Braje Tad Anuragi Jananugami. Look, one subtle thing, one a bit of a subtle thing. Mahaprabhu's teachings amazing. What Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita we see. I believe Madhya Lila chapter 13 text 80. Maybe you can check or I could be wrong also. Harsha, if you want, you can check CC Madhya Lila chapter 13 text 80 or anyways or leave also screen share maybe. Mahaprabhu's teachings, what does Mahaprabhu tell us of our identity? नाहं विप्र न च नरपति नापि वैश्यो न शूद्रो नाहं वर्णी न च गृहपति नावनस्तयतिर्वा किन्तु प्रोद्यान् निखिल परमानन्दपूर्णामृताब्धेर् गोपी भर्तो पदकमलयोर्दास दासानुदास है ना दास दासन हाँ वेरी नाइस है ना गोपी भर्तो पद कमलयोर दास दासानुदास दिस इज द नाउ अगेन सीना इन दिस श्लोका read the translation अभी कार्तिकेय okay Nikhil you read the translation.
Hare Krishna. I am not a Brahman. I am not a Kshatriya. I am not a Vaishya or a Shudra. Nor am I a Brahmachar, a householder, a Vanaprastha, or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance.
Very well. So now see this shloka tells us this message tells us of our identity na I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. Now, this not is a negative motivation. huh? Not is a negative motivation. Not meaning a bit of a fear also. Na? If you don't do it like this, you will lose your job. So motivation is there. What don't do like this? So not is a negative motivation. Don't this, don't, no, no. And the society very much, oh, spiritual practitioners, don't be attached. You're a spiritual practitioner, you shouldn't be doing this. Don't do this, don't do this. So that motivation is there, but it is a bit of a negative motivation. And negative motivation can never be a sustainable motivation. Na? It can never take us to our destination, our goal, aim throughout. So this is to understand, okay, I'm not a Brahmana, I'm not a Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, so I'm not like a learned or I'm not any of this, nor I'm a brahmacharya or any of this and all. But then who am I? Who am I? Servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. So what? Uh, Gopi Bharta Pada Kamalyor. Who is Krishna? Gopi Bhartar, Gopinath, na? The maintainer, the lord of the gopis. So Krishna is whose? He is of gopis. Huh? And we are, what should be our aspiration? When we become a servant of the servant of the servant of someone who is a servant of the gopis, then we attain Krishna. Then Krishna will come from the front. ठीक है, screen देख सकते हो. And that is what we see in this nectar of instruction text 8, and Rupa Goswami explains also in the Parpatna. Another thing, say, in our writings of our acharyas, what? Radhika charan renu, Radhika charan renu, bhushan koriya tanu, anaya se pabe giridhari. राधिका चरण रेणु भूषण कोरिया तनु अनायासे पाबे गिरिधारी राधिका चरण आश्रय जे कोरे से महाशय तारे मुई जाऊं बलिहारी. राधिका चरण रेणु भूषण कोरिया तनु अनायासे पाबे गिरिधारी राधिका चरण आश्रय जे कोरे से महाशय तारे मुई जाऊं बलिहारी. So Radhika charan renu we understand, na, the dust, charan feet. So the lotus feet of Shrimati Radharani. Bhushana kariyatanu. Bhushan, what does bhushan mean? Ornament. eh? One who garlands, one who ornaments himself with what? The loving attachment towards Srimati Radharani. Say. Radhika Charanarenu Bhushana Kariya Tanu. Tanu means in one's whole body, in one's absorption, in one's consciousness. Throughout. One who is l- loving, who is Radharani, the topmost Gopina, the topmost lover of Shri Krishna. So, one who has embodied the love of Radharani for Krishna, the love of Radha for Krishna as his complete ornament. Anayase pabe giridhari. What does anayase mean? Sahaj, easily. Anayase. We say this a bit jokingly, and this is something very pure. But see this. Sometimes we go shopping, na, supermarket shopping or some season and all. Many times offer is there, na. What offer? Buy two, get one free, or three for the price of two. Huh? Three for the price of two. So in a way, if we find our sentiment, Radhika Charan Renu, if we find our absorption, our fidelity huh, towards Srimati Radharani, who is the topmost gopi, who is the topmost lover of Krishna. So if we find our uh, constitutional position at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, Anayase Pabe Giridhari, Anayase, without any effort, Giridhari, na, Krishna, he will come from the front. He will follow us. Ah, and what our acharyas say, Radhika Charan Ashray, one who has taken the shelter of Radha's lotus feet, Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Radhika Charan Ashray, J. Koreshe Mahashay, he is a transcendental personality. He is only a great soul, na? Only he is a great soul who has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. तारे मुई जाऊं बलिहारी, our आचार्य is saying कि हम उसकी नजर उतारते हैं, we are in awe and reverence of that personality. So this is the thing, the way to become a pure devotee na, uh, uh, भगवत भक्ति भक्त संगे न परिजायते ना, भाव भक्ति भगवती अचलो भावो यद भागवत संगता. It is all association na. 99.99% recurring. What does recurring mean? 99.99% recurring. Karthike, you know your MBA, na? Karthike,
Repetition.
what does
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna?
Yes, repetition, Prabhuji.
Uh, uh, 99.99% recurring means 99 ongoing, continuous,
Yes.
and continuous. So when we associate na that 99.99 like that, then what? Krishna will follow us. Krishna is watching. Krishna is watching this only. That how are we taking devotee association? He's watching this only. Now take this another example. See, when we meet someone, say a stranger or some personality in bus station or in metro, tube station or airplane or wherever, say something. Generally, say traveling together in bus or train, we might have a chat, na? What do you do? What is your name? Where do you live and all? Uh, at the max, what we will share email. At the max, what give him contact number. We will never share the detail password, na? Will we? No. At the max, give him email, na? Not the password. Uh, will we give him the bank account details? What to speak of bank password? No, na? Why? Because that trust is not there. The trust is not there, na? Huh? And once the trust is there, then is there anything to hide when trust is there? So Krishna is telling us, you win the trust of a devotee, Baba. You get me the trust of a devotee. If a devotee can in a trust deed sign it, that yes, I trust this person. Doesn't matter what our practice of Krishna consciousness. How many rounds have we chanted? How many have we not chanted? Krishna will never check that. Do you think Krishna is counting, checking, okay? How many has he done? How many? Huh? You think? Krishna will never count that. That how it is not by how many rounds one attains Krishna. Hmm. How many is again Vedi Bhakti by rules, regulations. No. It is by how much absorption have we got in japa. Huh? How much love is in chanting. How much love have we awakened in chanting. Chanting is what? You know, this definition of chanting, I love this definition. See, we do japana. Chanting is crying in desperation. Eh? Not just crying, crying in desperation. That is japa. That is how it should be. Crying in desperation. In society, no one likes to cry. Crying is not healthy, na? Crying, children may be crying, then mother tells them stop crying and all, and grown up then don't cry, or still grown up people also cry, but in closed doors and all. And we may not be physically crying with our tears rolling down, but yet we cry. We What do we cry for? Money, matter only, na? At the end of the day, we cry for matter. Is it not pity? And in Krishna consciousness, who is the so crying in society is seen a sign of weakness, right? boy cries or girl cries, it is a sign of weakness. Hmm? And the ultimate sign of strength in Krishna consciousness is crying. That is the ultimate perfection. That is the ultimate sign of strength. Who can cry in desperation for Krishna? That is love, huh? Wherein we learn the art of crying. That now who is going to teach us that art? Na? The japa is good. It's immensely powerful. It's immensely purifying and everything. Huh? But by chanting and all, by following, coming to Mangalarti, we have to come to Mangalarti, we have to do all of this. And the realization should be what? Krishna, by chanting, by reading, by coming to Mangalarti and all, yet you are unattainable. Yet. Hmm? And you are yet so sweet. So, how do I get you now? Huh? Shuddha Bhakta Charan Renu भजन अनुकूल भकत सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती कर मूला. Apologies, I will struggle to stop here, won't take much of your time. हर्षा, एक लिंक देता हूँ तुम्हें. के सॉन्ग्स एक बढ़िया साइट है. यू कैन पुल दिस लिरिक्स फ्रॉम देयर. शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु, Ah, Bhajan Anukula. This is throughout, see, in our Acharya's songs, prayers, writings, teachings, this is the thing to understand, to come about. The whole purpose of this is the purpose of sadhana. Sadhana, what does sadhana mean? हाँ भाई, करते हो ना, हम सब करते हैं ना साधना. What does sadhana mean?
भगवान में ध्यान
Sadhana
लगाना।
means effort. Sadhana means making effort, na? Karthika, you might be saying, oh, and I've shared the link. Anyone who can share screen. Sadhana is effort, huh? And bhakti, pure bhakti, attachment bhakti, raganuga bhakti is effortless. Bhakti has to be effortless. A question, see, love is love with efforts or love is effortless? How should love be? Shouldn't love be a free flow? Hmm? Should should there be efforts like feeling, experiencing these efforts in love? No, no. Another way to see, ठीक है इसके, okay, Rajashri, read translation in English, but only first paragraph, huh? Only the first one. Apologies, because of limitation of time, we won't be able to read the whole song and see. But Rajashri, if you can just read the first in English, the translation. ओके, दीप्ति आप पढ़िए. राजश्री का शायद नेटवर्क का प्रॉब्लम हुआ है.
Which line, Prabhuji?
First one, only the first sentence, first translation. दिख रहा है क्या, या थोड़ा दिखने में दिक्कत हो रहा है? चलो, कार्तिक, यू रीड.
Hare Krishna. The dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion.
No, that is the root. This is where bhakti lies, na? So love we were speaking. No, love is and should be a natural thing, a free flow. Just one. And soon we'll give you peace. Huh? Just this thing. Uh, breathing. Is breathing a natural thing? Is breathing a natural? Should breathing be a natural process, a natural proclivity? Any person, no? Indian, American, Chinese, European, whosoever, boy, girl, elderly, young, old, whosoever, rich, poor, educated, not educated, whatsoever, breathing is natural. Na? Now, is breathing effortless or with effort? In a healthy state, breathing is effortless, isn't it? But when we are not in a healthy state, when we are under some pressure or something, or some physical problem, say, or in an environment where it is too suffocating, then breathing becomes a problem. Na? Huh? Otherwise, in a healthy state, breathing is effortless. If breathing becomes with efforts, then okay, something is not fine, say in the physical or our existence. Say. Likewise, love is effortless. But if love is not becoming effortless for us, if it is making, we have to make efforts, then somewhere we have missing out. Somewhere something is wrong. Ah, so this is Rupa Goswami telling us to experience that effortless love in Krishna consciousness. The essence, the essence is this, the 24-hour engagement in loving devotional service. But the way, the core is what? By following a devotee. Following YouTube, I struggled someone becoming a doctor. Na? There's some people following YouTube, they might have done operation. Huh? Following YouTube to fly a plane. How does one learn to fly a plane? Essentially, not through audio recordings or some seminars or theories and things and all. Main thing is what? Flying instructor. A flying instructor teaches and all. Rest all is there, but the flying instructor. And then when one goes to fly the plane, the flying instructor is sitting in the cabin. Na? He is there, training and all. And that is how. Throughout, na, be again whatever life, spiritual life or say not spiritual life. This is the process. And this is Rupa Goswami saying, if you want to advance swiftly in bhakti, na, follow. So human life is meant to search being inquisitiveness. Why there is so much of inequality in this world? Huh? Why there is so much of hatred? All these things, okay, to invoke a spiritual inquiry. Devotee inquiry should be to inquire into a pure devotee of Krishna. And then follow a pure devotee of Krishna. The more we love a pure devotee of Krishna, that much Krishna is available to us. On that example, now we do not share, we share at the max our email address, not our password and all. Hmm. But when we see this thing, when we learn the art of living with devotees, will Krishna have a problem with us? Again, take a bit of a simplify this example. In house, family, say, when we learn to live with the family and all, or someone wanting to live in a country. Now, if he has learned to live in the country, does the country's legal system will have a problem? Not as such, na? Working in a company, if he's understood the ethos and all, no problem. Likewise, when we learn to live with devotees, and Krishna is saying this only, find out one personality with whom you have no complaint and with whom you can love your heart. Then Krishna is no far. Our heart will blossom, just like the lotus will blossom through the sunshine, through the sun rays, when it is properly grounded in water, in the mud, in its environment. Likewise, when I am grounded in my association, when I am in loving attachment, and attachment cannot be with many, no. Attachment cannot be with many. But when I am following a pure devotee, that is the way we become a pure devotee. So in nutshell, this is the thing. Now, who is a pure devotee? For a sadhaka, his spiritual master is the Not to say his spiritual master is the pure devotee, rather his spiritual master is the purest devotee, purest. Subjective for each uh, disciple, his spiritual master is the purest devotee. So when we have that level of acknowledgement and realization and genuine love and appreciation, then all the mysticisms, all the mystery of Krishna consciousness will be open to us throughout. Okay, thank you very much for your kind attention and participation. Any thoughts, questions, concerns, or so now we all understand, right? What is the way to win a legal case? Huh? How to win a legal case? Get the right lawyer. We open ourselves to the right lawyer. Then all the law books we will learn. Everything. Huh? See, again, this one has to become greedy in life, or we must really, like a person, a noble, normal, sober person, he will fear from going into jail, right? He will do everything to save himself from going to jail. Would you know? Or say a person would do everything to save himself from losing the job or this thing. So take this example. Um, um, a person would fear himself from going to jail. So in order to escape jail, he will try to find the good lawyer. Again, to win the case, let me search for the lawyer. Does anyone search for the judge? Who the judge is? Huh? Does anyone search who is the judge? Let me search who is the judge. No. One searches for the lawyer, na? Judge comes there, whosoever is the judge. One search. Likewise, a devotee should be searching for a pure devotee. Krishna will appear. Krishna will appear from the front when we fall in love with a pure devotee. And the joy in life. What a joy in life if we can actually fall in love with someone. What a joy. Hmm? And we have this chance. So the way to again the win the case is what, that finding a lawyer and revealing and sharing that, and the lawyer will reveal everything of the intricacies of the legal subject matters. Likewise, when we find a devotee of Krishna, pure devotee, love is a natural thing. We will naturally fall in love with a pure devotee, and then we naturally become in love with Krishna. Thank you very much for your time and kind attention and participation. Hare Krishna.